So for taking notes, there's really two types of STEM classes that we need to worry about. There's the problem-based classes, where most of what you're learning is actual problems like math problems, and the exams are going to ask you to solve problems like math problems. And then there's information-based courses, and this would be a course like anatomy, for example, where really you're trying to learn a large amount of information, but the exams might be multiple choice, for example, or fill in the blank. It's not solving problems. The right note-taking strategy is different for each of these type of courses. So for a problem-based course, the right way to take smart notes is to actually capture the problems themselves. You actually want to capture the sample problems that the professor goes over. You want to have the steps the professor took to get to the answer. Most importantly, you want to annotate those steps. You want to have your own little explanations for why did he do this? How did he get from this step to this step? Because this will force you to actually understand how he solved the problem. Later, when it comes time to study, this is exactly the information you need, the problems of the type that will be on the exam. Now for a non-problem course, for an information-based course, you don't have sample problems to take notes on, so there's a different technique that works here. Now I recommend the method called focused question clusters. In these type of courses where you're given a lot of information that you have to learn, often this information is presented in clusters, related clusters of actual pieces of information. So it might be, for example, let's talk about the bones in the ear in an anatomy class, right? That's a bunch of little pieces of information that are related to one thing. So you can take notes in those classes by having a topic for the cluster, say bones of the ear, and then below it the individual pieces of information you need to know about that topic. So then you have these clusters of things to memorize, and it turns out to be a lot easier to learn this information later if instead of trying to review every little piece of information by itself, you review related clusters of information one at a time.